Jai Shri Ram. So today we come to Canto 83. So what is the summary of the canto? Leaving the capital early next morning, accompanied by the family priest, artisans, army and the citizens, and covering a long distance, Bharat reaches the bank of holy Ganga at Shringaverapura, ruled by Guha, and encamping the army breaks journey in order to do Shraddha and Tarpan in honor of his deceased father on the bank of the Ganga, and also to give rest to his followers. Now we start the chapter. Having got up from sleep at daybreak and mounting an excellent chariot, Bharat forthwith departed with expedition with a longing to see Sri Ram. Mounting chariots drawn by horses and vying with the chariot of the sun god, all the councillors and family priests drove ahead of him. 9,000 elephants duly caparisoned followed Bharat, the delight of Ikshvaku race, even as he moved on. 60,000 chariots with archers armed with varied weapons seated in them followed the illustrious Prince Bharat as he advanced. 100,000 horses mounted by cavaliers followed Prince Bharat, an illustrious scion of Raghu, as he proceeded along. Kaikai and Sumitra and the illustrious Kaushalya too, who were highly gratified by the thought of bringing Sri Ram back from the forest, drove in a splendid chariot each. Hosts of members of the twice-born classes also set out with a delighted mind in order to be able to see Sri Ram along with Lakshman and Sita, and saying various things about him alone in the following strain. When shall we be able to behold the mighty armed Sri Ram, dark brown as a cloud, stable of mind and firm of resolve, the dispeller of the grief of the world? As the sun disperses the darkness of the whole world, even while fully appearing in the horizon, Sri Ram, a sign of Raghu, will surely dispel our grief the moment he is seen by us. Saying many good things as mentioned above on that occasion, and hugging one another, highly rejoiced as they were over the prospect of being able to see Sri Ram, the citizens went forth to meet Sri Ram. Those merchants who were held in great esteem in Ayodhya, and all others who were not so honored, and even so all other good citizens joyously proceeded to meet Sri Ram. Whatever lapidaries there were in the city, and skilled potters, those adept in weaving, and those who lived by manufacture of arms, those who made fans, etc., of peacock feathers, those who lived by saw, those who pierced gems and pearls, etc., as well as polishers of gems, ornaments and utensils, etc., those who made articles of ivory, those who prepared lime by burning limestone, etc., and those who lived by perfumery, highly reputed goldsmiths and weavers of blankets and other woolen goods, those who provided baths for others, masseurs, physicians, fumigators and distillers and vintners, washermen and tailors, chiefs of villages and hamlets, and dancers with their women folk as well as boatmen joined the expedition. Brahmanas remaining absorbed in meditation, well versed in the Vedas and highly respected for their conduct, followed the departing Bharat in thousands on bullock carts, etc. Decently dressed, clad in pure raiment, and having smeared their body with sandal paste mixed with red substances like saffron, they all followed slowly in the wake of Bharat on various kinds of vehicles. Thrilled with joy and delighted in mind, the aforesaid army too followed Bharat, the son of Kaikai, who was so fond of his elder brother, and set out on the mission of bringing his brother back from the forest. Having covered a long distance from Ayodhya in chariots or palanquins and on the back of horses and elephants, they reached the bank of the holy Ganga in the precincts of Shringaverapura, where dwelt the valiant Guha, a friend of Sri Ram, surrounded by hosts of his kinsmen and ruling that area with vigilance. Having arrived at the bank of the Ganga, adorned by Charvaka birds, that army following in the wake of Bharat halted. Seeing the aforesaid army inactive and beholding the Ganga with its holy waters, Bharat, who was a master of expression, spoke to all his ministers as follows: Let my army encamp at will on all sides. Having taken rest today, we shall cross the sea-bound river tomorrow. In the meantime, descending into the river, I wish to offer libations of water to the spirit of the emperor, my father, who has ascended to heaven for happiness in his life after death. Saying Amen to Bharat, who was speaking as above, the ministers, who were all attention, encamped the troops separately, each unit according to its liking. Having caused that army, which looked charming with its equipage in the shape of tents, etc., to encamp methodically among the bank of the river Ganga, Bharat too halted then, reflecting all the time how to bring the high-souled Sri Ram back to Ayodhya. Thus ends Canto 83 in the AYODHYAKAND of the glorious Ramayan of Valmiki, the work of a rishi and the oldest epic. Now we will start Canto 84. The summary: scenting mischief in the minds of Bharat, who was taking a large army with him, Guha orders the ferrymen to guard the boats so as to prevent Bharat's men from crossing the Ganga, and himself seeks the presence of Bharat in order to know his mind. Being satisfied about his good intentions, he entertains Bharat and his men with fruits and roots, etc., brought by him, and on his having taken rest a while and overcome with his fatigue, allows him to advance. The moment Guha, the chief of Nishad, saw the army of Bharat encamped along the bank of the river Ganga, he now spoke as follows to his kinsmen sitting around him: Even from this place, this huge army appears like a sea. Though pondering deeply, I do not perceive its end even with the mind. If Bharat, who has surely come in person, because here is seen that towering banner bearing the device of a Kovidara tree on the chariot, has evil intent, he will either cause us to be bound with chains or kill us, who are devoted to Sri Ram, the eldest son of Dashrath, exiled from his kingdom by his father. Seeking to possess the entire fortune of that monarch, Sri Ram, which is otherwise most difficult to get, Bharat, the son of Kaikai, has taken it into his head to kill him. Sri Ram, son of Dashrath, is my lord and friend too. Therefore, seeking to advance his interests, remain stationed on this bank of the Ganga, clothed with mail. Let all my ferrymen, accompanied by troops, remain rooted to the bank of the river Ganga, guarding access to the river and living on meat, roots and fruits stored in the boats. And let 100 each youthful fishermen, clothed with mail, occupy all of the 500 boats. So did Guha issue his commands. If, however, Bharat proves to be favorably disposed towards Sri Ram at this moment, this army will be allowed to cross safely the Ganga today. Saying so, and taking sugar candy, the pulp of fruits and honey as an offering, Guha, the chief of the Nishads, proceeded to meet Bharat. Vividly perceiving him coming, the glorious Sumantra, the son of the charioteer for his part, who knew what is called for at a particular time, forthwith spoke to Bharat as follows, like a humble servant. Attended by 1,000 of his kinsmen, here comes Guha, the sovereign lord of the Nishads, who is a senior friend of your elder brother Sri Ram and is closely acquainted with the Dandak forest. Therefore, allow him to see you, O sign of Kakushtha. Doubtless he knows well where the celebrated Sri Ram and Lakshman may be. Hearing this pleasing report from the lips of Sumantra, Bharat for his part made the following reply. Let Guha see me at once. Immensely rejoiced to receive permission to see the prince, and approaching Bharat, Guha, who was surrounded by his kinsmen, meekly submitted as follows. This territory is but a pleasure grove attached to your palace, and we have been taken in by our unwariness in failing to know of your visit beforehand, and thus being deprived of an opportunity to receive you in advance. We hereby offer you all that we have. Pray, dwell in the house of a ferryman which is your own. Here are roots and fruits, both green and dried, procured by the Nishads, a tribe of fishermen, Guha's own clansmen themselves, as well as the pulp of fruits and wild cereals of various kinds. I hope the army, being well fed by us, will stay here tonight, entertained with various objects of enjoyment. You too, I hope, will leave with your army only tomorrow. Thus ends Canto 84 in the AYODHYAKAND of the glorious Ramayan of Valmiki, the work of a rishi and the oldest epic. Jai Shri Ram.